I just seen that commercial talking about Morgan and Morgan.
Is your child addicted to social media? We have companies that knowingly promote stuff that creates body dysmorphia and suicidal thoughts.
This is an immediate thought, okay? And I'm okay with changing my mind. The reference that I'm getting this definition from is from Degrassi, okay? Body dysmorphia is when you look at yourself and you see something different. You be skinny and you look in the mirror and be like, I'm so fat. Or you could be big and you look in the mirror and be like, I'm so skinny. It's like that. So how can social media do that? You know how many people really better look at that and be like, my kid bad, they been on social media. But it's like, boundaries. I don't have any children, but the world is going to be growing and changing. So I just feel like our mind has to grow and change with the world. And we have to learn to adapt to all these things that are coming. Because in reality, social media isn't going anywhere. And they've put things on our phones and on our computers and on our TVs like timers where you can limit access to those things. My initial thought was to just say, take it away. They might scream, they might cry, they might yell, but who's the parent? So anyways, on a commercial, they talking about being addicted to social media and it's causing body dysmorphia, causing suicidal thoughts. Kids are and can be, and so can the adults, be addicted to social media. I think it's crazy how companies are agreeing and being charged for something like this. I think it's creating fear around social media, unnecessary fear, because it's just the TV in our hands. There was always things that you could watch on TVs, movies and shows that you could watch on TV that can help alter your thoughts. But the main factor is the person watching it. If you are watching something or doing something that is causing you to think suicidal thoughts or it's causing you to look at yourself and hate your body, then just like when they had shows and stuff and channels that you couldn't watch on TV, you turned it off. You restricted those channels. It's just like blocking pages that make you feel that way. So when you're watching something, just think about how you feel. Ooh, this makes me want to kill myself. Maybe I should turn it off. But no, you just keep watching it. Then you wake up the next day and you watch it some more. Then you wake up the next day and watch it some more. If your mind is not where you want it to be, or if you feel like you are going crazy and you think that social media is the cause, just turn it off. I can hear them now. Excuses only sound good to the person that's making them, okay? It just doesn't make sense. You will live. If you put your phone down for a couple hours while you're in school or a couple hours while you're at work and a couple hours before bed, if you're not living, it's not social media's fault. It's the consistency in engaging in content that's making you feel some type of way. Pay attention to how you feel. You on certain pages, looking at certain videos, watching certain movies. For an example, I used to watch murder mysteries all the time. It was getting out of hand. I used to watch women murderers, children murderers, snapped, serial killers. And then it even got to the point where I was at work listening to serial killing podcasts. It was just so interesting. And it was like for a long period of time. And I will be honest, my mind was so dark during that period. But as soon as I turned that off and I started engaging in other types of content and not dousing my mind and stuff like that, and I never wanted to kill myself, but I could just tell it was a dark period of time. Okay. Once I turned it off, the light bulb turned on. After I stopped engaging in that content, you know, I didn't keep looking back in the rear view, looking back at that time like, oh my God, look at me. How could you let yourself be like that? How could you do this to yourself for so long? Oh my God. No, I kept moving on. Once I tapped into this new energy, I started enjoying that new energy and praising myself for making the change. It's the whole point of growth. You start somewhere, then you move to the next spot. And I understand where I started. And now I'm at the next spot and I understand where I'm starting here. And then when I get to the next spot, I'm gonna understand where I'm starting there. I'm not gonna be like, oh, look at you. You're the only person here like that. Like, that commercial is just like, it's gonna be a lot of people just calling to get money because just gonna they have something and someone else to blame other than themselves. And I understand that there are things and content that people should not be engaging in. But to sue a company. Now, some content that I would be suing for is like just watching people die online. That's irritating. And now, you know, they got that thing where they cover it up like this may be some harmful content. I always scroll right past them. I'm not watching harmful content. Thank you for telling me. If you are engaging in content that makes you feel no bueno, then turn it off. That's the message of the day. Turn it off.